Yep, we're back. Chris O, good to see you, mate. A few people jumping back on. Yeah, listen, folks, I don't know what happened there. A few little glitches in the machine. A little bit of a technical challenge, but that's the way it is with live streaming, live television, live stuff. Yeah, Adrian, good to see you, mate. Morning. Yeah, for some reason, she was struggling to get going, the old computer. But yeah, a bit better connection now. We'll see how we go. We'll see if we can get through it, team. Hopefully you're all well wherever you are. Laura, Linda, yep, things are a little bit better now. So yeah, bit of a choppy start to the morning. Hey, welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Jason Witten's my name. Most of you guys know that. Anybody who's new might be dropping by. Give us a shout out in the chat. Be great to see you. See where you're from. Hey, morning, Alex. Good to see you, mate. Joel, brother, what's going on? Well, there you go. We'll get into it this morning. Might be a quick, fast and furious one, but hey, a couple of things I wanted to talk about today. You know, you've heard the old adage. A few of you guys have heard this one before, most likely. It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. And I wanted to sort of do a little bit of a spin on that one today, a little bit of a talk about what it might be, because there's a couple of pieces in this little idea that you know, accelerate this. The idea that we need to understand as property investors how to look after our money is a really good conversation to have. So I thought we'd dive into that today and have a little bit of a chat about what it might look like. Yeah, Brendan, we've got a better connection now, mate, which is good. So we might do a fast and furious chat this morning. So the idea that you know, when we get started out in life, most of the conversation is about how we make money, right? And then and the making of money for most of us is an exchange, right? It's an exchange, and for most of us is some sort of action, all right? So tell me right now in the chat if you guys have got your thumbs at the ready or your fingers at the ready on the keyboard. What type of action do most of us participate in when we start to make money in life? The conversation, you know, we make money, we get a job, you know, we get a career. Oh, I don't know how to spell that, R-E, career. I think there's two R's in there somewhere. A career. Is that how you spell it? That's it. That's career. Anyway, career. We might even start a business. We work for ourselves. You know, most small businesses are jobs. Yeah, that's it, Joel. That's it, Chris O. We exchange time for money. It's we give some time, some, you know, effort, you know, whatever that might be, and we get money. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Double E. That's where it was. Chris O, good man. There it is, career. And, you know, nothing wrong with that. Matter of fact, to be honest, that's the easiest, most productive way. Most of us know how to create, how to start making money. And the challenge is, for some, we end up the idea of making some money, spending some money, making some money, spending some money, and we get on this rat wheel, this spinning wheel, and, you know, end up at sort of, you know, 65 or 70, wondering what the bloody hell went on. You know, and from a financial point of view, I mean, you know, many people live wonderful, amazing lives. But yep, yep, you're dead right, Brendan. All right, and that's the conversation. This next bit about keeping money, right? So making, you know, what can we do when it comes to making money? You know, for many of us, we've got to think about this. You know, improving your ability to get a promotion at work. You know, looking for better opportunities and positions over time. You know, if you increase your pay if you increase your income by $5, $10, $15, $20,000, what does that do to your ability to borrow and buy other assets? So, the make part, everyone sort of gets this, and there's nothing wrong with the make part. I like it. I think it's a big tick in the box. The challenge comes when we need to break through with some things into this next piece. And the next piece is the keep. We make money, but how do we? What are we taught? Do we know anything about keeping money? Right? Now tell me in the chat, or just give me a shout out, how many classes at school, how many classes at university, how many classes does the social system teach you about the keep part of the money? Keeping. All right, what do? You spend 99.9% of all education, all functioning of turning you into a productive human being. The social system teaches you all about making money and very little, if nothing, about keeping money, about keeping it. My kids had some economic stuff at school, and they were taught about how to fill out to get a tax file number so they could pay tax. Big donut. Exactly, Chriso. Hey, morning, Chris. Good morning, brother. So the keep part, this is the challenge. And what are the things in society that we're not taught about when it comes to the keep part? All right, what's the number one expense in most people's lives? The more money you make, the more what you pay. Put that one in the chat for me right now. What are the things that stop or delay or even remove the keep part out of people's financial world, right? The big kahuna, boom, Chriso, Nigel, tax. All right. If we're not smart, and I'm not going to do a tax one today, you guys know we've got lots and lots of strategies and tactics how to minimize your tax or delay paying tax, sometimes forever. If you're smart about, and this part here, this is where knowledge is so important in the keep part, right? You need to learn about how to keep more money from the money that you've made. Taxes. All right. Can we minimize those? Yes, we bloody can. We can minimize taxes. A couple of other expenses, Brendan, but comes along with this, your own home. Okay. It's not an asset. Most people think it's an asset. No, it's not. Unless you're using the equity in that home to grow something else. You should buy a home. We should get married. Now, nothing wrong with getting married. I'm married to my beautiful, amazing wife almost 30 years now, or 27 years, or whatever it is we've been together. All right? So I'm not against it, but what we're saying is these things, kids, you should get married, you have a home, have kids, and then that's the way it works. Well, these things put barriers in the way. Not barriers, but these things put things to be worked out in the way of keeping more money than you make. So you want to keep it, all right? And, the social process of, the ease of bad or consumer credit, okay? Consumer credit, all those sorts of things. Consumer credit. You guys get the gist of this, right? This is the thing. Over here we're taking action. Here, action plus knowledge. Now, action plus knowledge is what's going to help you keep more money. Okay? It's not about how much you make, it's about how much you keep. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And it's so true, Alison. Over here, some of the benefits, if you learn how to save, you get a good budget, et cetera, that is an absolutely fantastic way of getting started in this keep section, the keep section. However, have you guys heard this one? you can't save yourself wealthy. All right? Reducing your expenses has a finite piece, right? If your expenses are $30,000 a year and you're going to, right, instead of driving a car, I'm going to sell my car and you to use a push bike. And, you know, if you go ahead and get really crazy and reduce your expenses, you can only reduce it a certain way, okay? Which I'm not against, by the way. I think many people live a far more lavish lifestyle than they need to or should if they want something in the future, okay? The keep. We need to learn how to keep. We need knowledge on the keep section. We're pretty good at taking action, most of us, but what knowledge do we need in that keep section, all right? And what do you guys think this last part, the part that most, because most of us kind of get save, you know, here's the general gist of the population, you know, 99% of the general population, if somebody said to you, all right, well, this is how you keep more money, you have a budget, you know, you save and you put some into super. Nothing wrong with any of those, but that is very, very simple, straightforward, and boom. Joel, you nailed it. How do you grow? How do you grow your money, right? We got, you know, we understand the make piece. We understand the keep piece, and yeah, okay, now we've got to get some knowledge and we've got to apply that knowledge in between, you know, making and keeping. And that's where, you know, PAYG tax variations, you know, minimize tax this way, you know, save some dollars that way, whatever those things are. That's not what today's about. And then if we've kept some, or we know how to keep more in certain ways, we need to grow. We need to upskill, Joel. You're dead right. Goal. And down here, Nigel, this V is another version of goal. You've got to have some vision for your money and wealth in the future. A goal, team. What does it look like? All right, what does it look like? Because how do we grow? You know, we grow when we buy investment properties. We understand the PPR upgrade strategy, all right? What's the, you know, the value in your own home is it has a capital gains tax-free twist to it. Upgrade your PPR 3, 4, 5 times. Go from a $500,000 property to a $5 million property in the next 40 years. Boom. That's wealth. That's growth, right? Whatever those might be. Buy it, you know, get some shares going. Invest in a business or something like that. How do you grow? What is your grow? Yep, and the 7 plans, absolutely. That helps you certainly in this knowledge and grow piece, Chris. So team, you know, when we think about where we're at and what we're up to, you know, the idea that, you know, we need to make sure we're making enough money, more than our expenses, and keep a little bit more. But this is the piece. This is where the wealth is created, in the grow part, as we go forward into whatever it might be. And it's interesting when you overlay this, right? When you overlay this, if you have a look at this, you know, that's not a very good color. Let me do this. Let me see if I can get a decent color in here that might work. Oh, let's see if that works. Nah. All right. I'm going to do this. Let's do this. This is interesting. Acquisitions phase, the consolidation phase, and the lifestyle and legacy phase. Interestingly, how that concept fits into how most of us are geared and living our lives in this way. So there you go. All right, team, that's it. Sorry about the little technical difficulties at the start of today's show. But hopefully it's been worth hanging around and going a little bit later this morning as we've kicked off the day, this terrific Tuesday. All right, team, that's it from me. You guys be awesome and well. Join me tomorrow, hopefully for a technical glitch free Wednesday Wealth Coffee Chat. And remember, buy well, never sell. This thing's a marathon, not a sprint. Catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now. Yes, Alison, we are doing a big budget exposed on Wealth, Wine and Wisdom this Friday, or whenever it is, next Friday. Yes. You guys stay safe too. Stay safe, stay dry. All right, team. Adios. Have a great